Will electric cars reduce the carbon emission? Well, the simple and short term answer seems to be yes, as it will reduce the carbon dioxide emissions, so obviously the electric ones are far better than the old ones. Or is that really all about electric cars? Is there something really important that we are missing? First, let us talk about why we think electric vehicles are the future. Well, the points are quite obvious. First, they use electricity as fuel rather than gasoline or diesel, so no carbon emission. No carbon emission means no greenhouse gases, and no greenhouse gases means no pollution. So easy. Let's talk about pollution now. So, an average vehicle emits around 4.6 million metric tons of carbon dioxide per year, assuming that the vehicle has a fuel economy of around 9.35 kilometers per liter and drive around 18,000 kilometers every gallon of gasoline, which creates about 8,857 grams of carbon dioxide per liter according to the 2018 report. And by this year, it might have even doubled considering how much personal commute we did in this pandemic time. So, given these circumstances and a bit future prediction, one might easily conclude that if the old cars are being replaced by the electric vehicles, then it would be better for everyone as the electric vehicles do not emit any carbon gases, right? Well, this is where we miss two things in this cart of pollution blame, which is easy to ignore. First is the manufacturing, and second is the electricity. Let me explain. First, we need to build a car, and the manufacturing needs metal, plastic, fibers, and other stuffs which are needed to be mined and requires power. Power comes from the existing fuels, and fuels means more emission. And some of the products of the minings are also non biodegradable, as we know, we get plastic. So, one way or the other, we are still going to emit those greenhouse gases, and the sudden high demand of the EV will increase the pace of production higher than we already have. But this is not a problem that could be solved as we already are manufacturing vehicles and manufacturing need resources. So then comes the elephant in the room, electricity, that I wanted to talk about. That is the main thing. Well, you may ask, how is electricity a problem as we are already using it on a daily basis and is all around us? Yes, on the surface, electricity seems to be so good and non toxic but is utterly difficult to manage and is one of the most inefficient product human has ever created. According to the EPA Environmental Protection Agency of US, the electricity production alone contributes to 26.9% of the global greenhouse gas emission. One third of the pollution is done because of the production of electricity, and most probably it have increased even further due to this whole pandemic. How do you ask? Just imagine what you have been doing since last year in your house, and does it need electricity? Yes, we have been using laptops and TVs and phones all around us. And yes, all those clickbait stating that the nature has struck back and the nature fight back, those were posted all over the internet, also need electricity in bulk, in literally bulk quantities per hour just to maintain the servers and their platform, which is locally known as the social media we use. And let me give you a word of wisdom. According to Google, they said that a typical search query, a normal search query, uses an amount energy equivalent to the release of zero point 0.2 gram of CO2. If that's true, and if the Google handles a billion queries a day, then that means around 200 tons of CO2 is released per day. Now imagine such a number for a whole year, since we have been using to the geo from 2017, and I'm just talking about India, not the other 190 countries. It's huge, and it's just one company. There are 1000 IT companies out there in the world and in India. Just think about the number and look at the irony. I am speaking on environmental pollution while contributing to it, as well as I am using Google to search stuffs which is in the same media, and will post this video on the YouTube or the podcast where you guys are gonna watch it. And with all these, the IT sector is on a huge growth, which is also increasing the contribution to all these issues. So, indirectly, what we call a growth or a development is the reason why this pollution is increasing anyway. But that is not something we are talking about, right? It is not IT sector, it is electric vehicles. So yes, electric vehicles are going to reduce the greenhouse gas emission by some amount, considering that 28.2% of the share of population is just because of vehicle emission. So yes, we might be able to cut down this share of 28.2%, but we shouldn't forget that electricity production today needs fossil fuels as well. So what we need before electric vehicle is a way to switch to completely sustainable and renewable energy, which sounds to me like an ideal state. Yes, that 8th class formula P equals to N into R into T. Though I suck in science and I don't know whether this formula is correct, but if it is correct, if it is wrong, just comment it down below. So being a science student, I know that ideal state is called ideal because it is not possible, same as the complete sustainable and renewable energy. And if there is a thought in your mind whispering about solar energy, then you should know that solar power is not as much efficient in the power generation as the coal, gas, or nuclear plants that we have. So, there is no saying how much long will it take to find a renewable energy which can match the high efficiency of fossil fuels. And as there is no shortcut to it, we need to keep improving rather than complaining about it. Now let us talk about the current scenario where we know solar power is not efficient, wind energy is hard to predict and not available everywhere. Tidal energy is difficult because the sea level is continuously increasing because of the global warming, and rest the thermal plants need fossil fuels to produce the steam. So what left to us is the nuclear power plant, which we are probably going to use in the near future. And as we know, our only hope is nuclear power plant, so we cannot forget that the radioactive waste it is going to create is dangerous enough itself. So as we have discussed now, I think you may have realized that electricity have a problem, but you might ask a question that why did we not realize it a bit sooner that electricity is also creating a problem. Then let me give you an example. Let us imagine a canvas like world where only humans and car exist. Okay, so here the only thing that is creating the pollution are the fuel based vehicles. So replacing these cars with the electric vehicles, we can solve this issue in this case, right? But when we add production houses of vehicles and electricity, then we will realize that as soon as we try to replace the fuel based vehicles to the EV, this will increase the production, and as the production multiplies, so does the pollution will. And the main reason that we do not realize electricity as a problem is because we always imagine the first scenario, yes, where only humans and cars exist. When we start looking at the other variables, we will soon realize that the problem, the issue is much bigger than just cars and its pollution. And for those who are going to ask about how the batteries works, or they are interested in some real engineering and all, so there is a channel whose link is given in the description where you can see how these batteries are really created. And if you found this video informative, then do not forget to support us by pressing that like button and share it to your friends group to help them know something new about the electric vehicles and pollution. That, and don't forget to subscribe. And if you want to keep following us, then follow us on Instagram and Telegram. Both the media handles are given in the description, which is named as the Chris Tamis, and subscribe that as well.